Well, I think it's going to have a major impact, and we saw the huge increase in absentee ballots that were turned in for the Michigan primary on August 4th, as you mentioned, and that number is only going to grow. There were some concerns prior to primary day about were the clerks going to be able to count all those absentee ballots in a timely manner. That didn't seem to be too much of an issue. But when we get to the general and November 3rd and maybe days after, the sheer volume of votes is going to make those questions come up again. I think that an interesting thing for me is how absentee ballots make it harder on campaigns, because after those absentee ballots go out, a voter can turn one in or put it in the mailbox anytime between then and election day, and those are going to be out in voters' hands in mid-September. So rather than focusing their voter turnout efforts the last week or last weekend of the campaign, which is traditionally the time frame for GOTV work, now campaigns have to face 2 months of election days where they really have to be on their game in tracking voters who have requested an absentee ballot, identifying whether they are a supporter or not, and communicating with their supporters to get those ballots. And it makes it much more difficult for campaigns in terms of resources that they need to make contact with those voters and track who's turned in an absentee ballot and who hasn't.